out in the recording. Are we ready?
I'm gonna hit start, yeah. I kind of just went for it, you know?
Yeah.
Who's gonna start first? Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pasta Socks podcast.
This is the second episode.
We are your host, Pasta and Socks. Socks currently speaking.
You did it in the wrong order.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're here today to just to talk to y'all and have a good time. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to, Pasta?
I went first last time. You should go first this time.
Okay. Well, I'll get you. I'll start off strong. All right. So my topic this week is about colonizing Mars and kind of pros, cons, a little bit about how it could work, and just a few side facts about it.
Okay.
So yeah, and feel free to butt in while I'm talking or anything. First off, the movie The Martian, decently accurate. All right, there's there's not going to be a huge storm on Mars because the atmosphere, or there might be large winds, but the atmosphere on Mars is not thick enough for any huge storm to occur.
It's only thick with one C.
Yeah, it's only thick with one C, not even a K.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would feel very light because there's just not a lot of things happening on Mars in terms of the atmosphere. Let's see. So just starting off with some pros and cons about colonizing Mars. So pros, obviously, ensuring human species lives on. That's kind of a big one. We're kind of fucking up the Earth right now. If that
kinda is an understatement. Yeah,
if that wasn't already aware or obvious. We are kind of just screwing the pooch on this one. So it'd be an easier way to ensure the human species lives on. Now, if we don't obviously fix the rate at which we're going to destroy the Earth, it's not going to happen because colonizing Mars isn't going to happen soon. It'll probably happen, within our lifetime, but not anytime before we completely demolish the Earth if we don't fix things. But off of that, getting away from sadness.
Yeah, such a cheery subject.
Yeah, getting off of that, more discoveries can happen. Obviously, if we go to Mars, there's going to be a lot of research done. Examining life, because sometimes some thoughts are that life on Earth came from a meteor or a piece of Mars rock, crashing into Earth, and Mars does have frozen water on it, so it's feasible. It's just a little cooler, so some people are thinking about doing creating a greenhouse effect in terms of heating up the atmosphere, which would release a lot of CO2 that's already that's kind of frozen in Mars.
In the water, yeah.
So we'd heat it up, create a positive feedback loop, and heat it up to an ideal temperature, because right now it averages about negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's
so
not that bad.
We could live there without a good bearskin cover.
That's simple sweater weather.
Yeah, simple sweater weather for those of us that live in Washington and above. But obviously those Californians would really struggle.
They struggle at 60 F.
Let's see. Yeah, and just, obviously if there are less people on Earth, this is just another pro, but if there's less people on Earth, then that means there's less cramping. And obviously, the Earth, and like most things, has a carrying capacity, which I have not looked up because it scares me to look up and see how close we probably are to that. But eventually our population is going to kind of reach a cap, and then people are going to start dying pretty quickly. So yeah, colonizing Mars is probably a good thing in that aspect. Cons. Why would we not colonize Mars, or what makes it a problem? Mars is a whole new environment, so humans would have to kind of evolve to be a little different types of people. We might have to live underground because the radiation, the atmosphere is not thick enough, and the radiation would, get to us. We'd have to wear spacesuits, or just suits that kind of protect us from radiation.
You say that like it's an issue.
Unless we lived underground, which would be sick. But also,
yeah, I see that's still a pro to me, honestly. Wearing a spacesuit constantly.
Dude, I think we'd look sick. But
You go to a fucking like bar to hook up with someone. You're like, hey, come here often. Fuck in the spacesuit tonight.
I got some extra room in my suit.
Yeah, it's the Mars gravity really changed everything.
Yeah. So radiation obviously is not the same. We need more protection. And they don't have accessible oxygen at the moment because there's nothing that can produce it. So we'd obviously have to, bring some or create some species of plant or something that could convert the CO2 that's in the atmosphere to oxygen, which would need to happen. And obviously, yeah, the weather and temperatures are different. There's more kind of the storm severity is not as bad because of what we were saying with the lower atmosphere, but the intensity of them is a little bit greater. There are, large storms that have large wind forces.
But they ain't no hurricanes,
They ain't no hurricanes because rain on there.
Exactly.
Let's see. Also, as a side note, I don't know if my voice is very nasally, but it's a little cold out this morning, so my nose is a little stuffed up when I walk to class. But yeah, so if it sounds weird, that's why. Ooh, what? Okay, in The Martian, didn't he farm potatoes?
Yeah, he used his own shit to grow food.
Oh, that's kind of sick, dude.
Sick in two types of ways.
Yeah, that would,
Sick nasty and sick nasty.
Hold on. I've got an article that I'm reading about, how it really worked.
Well, I think he just shit in a bag and then you put it on the crops.
Yes.
I'm no botanist, but I know how to grow stuff.
Do you know if human poop has the nitrogen and nutrients that would actually support plant growth?
I mean, I think so. Poop is just decayed matter, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't know that it's the same as soil.
It'd be releasing gases like carbon and nitrogen through its decaying process. That's what farts are.
That's true.
It's methane. It's more methane than anything, but it's just gas release,
Yeah.
Hold up. I gotta Google what farts are now.
Everybody, hold on while Pasta just does a quick Google.
Flatus. Farts, also called gas. Okay, I don't want to know why I have farts. I want to know what they are. Holy shit, this goes back all the way to the Black Plague. People have been studying farts for 400 years.
Dude, no doubt, man. The Black Plague was kind of the start of the fart revolution.
I'm pretty sure people farted before that.
Nah, it didn't happen until then.
I don't want to know about pain. I want to know about what they are. What is a fart? What is the chemical composition? Here it is. Okay.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Okay. Farts are made of gases. Over 99% of the volume of a flatus is composed of non-smelly gas. These include oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and methane.
Yeah, that could probably sustain a
Yeah.
plant.
No. Human shit has nitrogen and whatnot in it. It just smells bad because it's made of decayed matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then we could do that.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do it.
We could become shit farmers,
Yeah. There we go. We've got a way to kind of cultivate plants. We probably need to change some of the soil, just because the soil on Mars. I was actually looking at this, and it can be used to make concrete. It's that type of material.
Yeah, I learned this in my my earth science class in high school, that the soil and dirt on Mars is almost the exact same composition as what you would find in Yakima, Washington.
Huh. Isn't it? So to make concrete, and I, as a civil engineer, I've made concrete before, but not really studied it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can obviously make concrete from a bunch of different types of sources and materials, but typically you need pretty fine-grained
Yeah. You need dust-sized particles.
Soil, like very, very fine particles, and then you mix it with water, and you can, have a cure time, and then eventually it will just harden. There's like a chemical reaction in the soil to make concrete, and so that's possible on Mars. Which is kind of sick.
Just turn Mars into a giant skate park. You know those like dunes
just
and
one
craters?
Really round ball, just people can go skate on and do sick tricks because there's a third the gravity.
Honestly, Tony Hawk Pro Skater Mars.
That could be a sick game.
Yeah, I would play the shit out of that.
I feel like I think Tony Hawk would probably just like be the king if we moved to Mars. Like
the king of Mars.
Yeah, like he'd be the lead Martian,
Remember that movie John Carter?
Yes, actually I do. The one where he like wakes up and like is on Mars.
Yeah.
Or no, he can travel to Mars.
No, I mean, okay, it's based off of a book written by Edgar Wright. Or Edgar Riceborough. I don't know his name. He's racist.
A lot of writers are.
Yeah. He wrote a book about the Confederate soldier who ran out west and got teleported to Mars because he was trying to escape quote unquote savages. Yeah, it's a really
Native Americans.
really dodgy subject, Man was bad. But then he's like, yes, the soldier went to Mars and he himself could jump, I don't know, like 30 feet high. Imagine Tony Hawk jumping 30 feet high with a single ollie.
Just a single bound of just like the board. And the board just like flies a little bit above him. Put a little bit too much force in the board and not enough in himself.
It would be a much better book/movie if they replaced the Confederate War aspect with skaters. Tony Hawk was in a cave in Arizona shredding some sick gnar. And bam, all of a sudden he's on Mars shredding some sick gnar.
Honestly, dude, I think I could picture that movie right now, and it's like
I want to picture.
It'd be a top 5 movie all time.
It would be very good.
Like a skater bro adventure instead of like a war battle. It's like a skater bro adventure.
It's like Bill and Ted, but
it's like Bill and Ted, but
on Mars. Okay. Tony Hawk and Bam Margera.
Who is that?
Have you seen Jackass?
A long time ago.
Yeah, he's one of the people in Jackass.
Oh, okay.
He does skateboard stuff.
Makes sense.
Tony Hawk and Bam Margera did like the Tony Hawk Underground 2. I don't know if you remember that game. Tony Hawk games were my childhood.
I was gonna say I feel like you have a lot of memories of Tony Hawk.
I have a lot of Tony Hawk memories.
All right. Okay. Back to actual colonization of Mars.
Yeah.
So how that would work, how actually colonizing would work, or what's going on in the world right now to do it. Currently, NASA has a plan to do a manned mission to Mars in the 2030s, so a little over 10 years from now, which is pretty deep considering 2030 is like our end game plan, or end game, that's what I'm trying to say, end game for the Earth and trying to fix it. If we don't really fix what we're doing by then, it's kind of over. But currently, supposedly a Dutch entrepreneuring group revealed in 2012 that they plan to establish a human Mars base in 2023. So I don't really know how that's going, but that one's pretty soon. And it would also be really cool to just like have people on Mars just like working, They could die, we just send people up there again.
Dutch Mars is in beta.
And yeah, we're also gotta, in terms of actually how it would work, we gotta really look into terraforming with phytoplankton or like cyanobacteria, just to convert the large amount of CO2 into oxygen we use. We probably have to use smaller things like regular plants could not survive immediately, so we'd have to use bacteria and phytoplankton, like smaller beings that can live in like the ocean or water for that matter, and we use them and just like slowly but surely create oxygen gradually.
Could we make Mars seaweed?
I don't think you start with seaweed. You probably start with algae, but if you have enough water, you probably could. If we, the key is like getting going. I think
Mars bull kelp. Then they say the Martians use it as whips.
The Martians actually just like have seaweed whips that just walk around.
Yeah. Mars is much cooler than you think it is.
Yeah. Where was it? Okay. We could potentially increase the pressure. So currently, the pressure, they don't have very large pressure because there's less atmosphere. So what we would need to do, there's frozen dry ice in the South Pole, so frozen CO2. So what we could do is unfreeze that by triggering a greenhouse effect or something like that, warming up the planet, and then we release a bunch of gas which can accumulate in the atmosphere, creating a better pressure, so we could actually live outside of pressurized suits. Because obviously, at the moment we would die if we just tried to stand on Mars with nothing, whether that's because of no oxygen or because of the pressure. We would not be doing too hot. But yeah, so
I mean, at negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit, nothing would be too hot.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. So I really think if we're talking, this is just now my opinion, but if we're talking about colonizing Mars and kind of the feasibility of it, I go for probably like within the next 10 years. And Elon Musk is obviously working on that right now. But within the next 10 years, we could have like a colony or something established, but they would all be living in suits. And then if we get to within like the 20 to 30 year range, we could maybe do like we could maybe have like established some sort of atmosphere based on what we've done, what we could do up there. But yeah, it seems feasible.
I think ideally, we set up a base on the moon first.
The problem with the moon is that there's really nothing there.
Right, but we could then use the moon as a launch pad to get to Mars. It would cost significantly less than a direct trip to Mars.
That's true.
And also, we should fix our planet.
Oh yeah, no, that's
we
that's
need
something
to fix
that we
our
need to do
planet.
anyways. This isn't like a solution to that. This is like a way that we could go in terms of like
and Elon Musk is also,
once we fix things.
Elon Musk is kind of a crackhead. He's a wild card.
Yeah, he really is.
He's out here building cyber dragons, flamethrowers, and rocket ships.
I would hang out with Elon Musk, but I don't know if I would like trust him with leading us into the next.
If I were to hang out with Elon Musk, it would be about 10 feet away behind a blast shield.
It's like the Grinch, man. You just treat him like the Grinch.
He scares me. Wait. According to Elon Musk, on the Joe Rogan podcast, he responded to the question, how do you pronounce it, with, I mean, it's just X, the letter, X. And then it's A, which is pronounced like Ash, and then it's A12. A12 is my contribution. You're telling me the kid's name is X Ash A12?
X Ash A12. It's like Tekashi 6ix9ine, X Ash A12.
God, we know how 6ix9ine came out of it. Okay. I got a few more side facts that I haven't mentioned, so I'm gonna just do that real quick, and then we can just go off on a tangent about whatever we want to talk about for a little bit. All right.
But side facts: one day on Mars is about 41 minutes longer than like a day on Earth.
Oh, easy.
Which is like pretty nice. Like 41
Yeah.
minutes longer. That's like you're within cell range. You're within perception. Granted.
Are you?
Not like that, but like if you were to make interplanetary, you could work with that timing.
I just
in terms of time of day.
Extra sleep, really.
Do you think what we would do is we would lengthen the seconds to just like make the seconds on Mars a little bit longer so that we actually had like a 24-hour schedule?
That would be stupid.
Why?
That would
You don't want it to be 24
things
hours and freaking
24-41 sounds
minutes.
awesome. We're on a 24-41 schedule.
Yeah, but then do you restart at 24:41 and then the next one is like zeros?
Yeah, it's 24. It goes from 24:41 instead of 24:42 because 24 And then it was back to 0 for 2441. Yeah.
I guess we're looking at military time, but are we looking at, if it's midnight 41, 12:41, and then you go to
Midnight
this one,
41
now
Hold up. Midnight 41 sounds like a really good sci-fi movie.
It really does, honestly.
I'm writing that down.
We
I'm
could do
writing that
something
down.
with that. Just write that down. We could run with that sometime.
Midnight 40. That sounds. Oh my god. Wait, this is actually okay. Hold up. It's about a crime syndicate on Mars.
Ooh.
It's spicy. I'm gonna start writing a book.
Listen to this, dude. So I had a book writing idea earlier this week, and it was like, or like movie or something, but it was like this topic. But it's like the Hunger Games, but you fight. You like send in like each year. There's like a random age of people who go in and like fight, and the winning faction, whatever it is, gets all of the babies that were born that year.
Give me all the babies that belong to us.
So there's just like 9 different factions. And one of them just has like 7,000 people. The other ones are like dwindling, and then they like create a revolution and go steal their kids back.
It sounds like massive eugenics propaganda. We breed the best fighters here in Sector 1. We've never lost.
Just the Hunger Games, man.
We've never lost. And then one of the poor ass sectors, they give birth to a baby who's just massive, and he has like big muscly muscles, and like he runs around just punching all the other Sector 1 babies, and he wins the battle. And he's like, "Give me all the Sector 1 babies," and then he eats them.
There we go.
Because he's actually a bear, and this bear is Wojtek.
Okay, wait, where was it? Okay. We got past fact 1. Fact number 2. They have 2 moons. All right, you know what this means, right?
No.
Lunar New Year. It's gonna be fucking wild.
Double the Lunar New Year.
Either double the Lunar New Year, or we do it all at the same time, and it just gets fucking litty as a titty. It's like Mardi Gras.
Double eclipse.
Yeah. Wait, is that a thing?
Dude, I have no idea. Where are the moon's positionings? Are they next to each other? Or are they on the polar opposites? Because
I should see that real quick. Let me look that up.
Because like if they are polar opposite, then you would have like half as much daylight in a day.
Overview: Mars moons. Okay, so this is just like a backstory. We don't need this shit. Oh shoot! I clicked the more button. Okay, so that's just how they got their names. So they're actually among the smallest in the solar system.
It's because they're chill. There's 2 of them. They don't need to be big.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. But they're actually only like a little bit under 4,000 miles, according to NASA Science Solar System Exploration site. They're only like 4,000 miles from the Martian surface. Granted, Mars has like a quarter of the surface area.
Smaller than Earth by quite a bit. Yeah,
it's like basically a quarter of the surface area of Earth. I did quick maths on that the other day because I was like, I should probably calculate this to be able to talk about it. But it's about the quarter of the size, which is pretty decent. We could probably, if it was maximized efficiency, I think we could probably fit 1 billion people on Mars comfortably.
I mean,
but
you gotta think about above ground and underground.
That's true. We could maybe hit 3 million if we're going underground.
And you could probably, since the moons are so close to Mars' surface, you could probably do lunar to surface transports.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Well, so first of all, the moons they appear to be made of carbon-rich rock mixed with ice.
Oh yeah, they'd be perfect for just cold storage.
Yeah, we just, that's where the cold stones are in the world.
Welcome to Lunar Mars Cold Stone, here on Midnight 41.
Oh my god, one of them, they only have like 1/1000th as much gravitational pull as Earth. So like 150 pound person, which is like, about what I weigh. Yeah. It would weigh 2 ounces. On Phobos is what the moon is called.
Jesus.
No wonder freaking Thor seems so strong. He just like
Yeah, he comes to Earth and he's like, oh, yes, I'm strong. And then he goes in space, he's like, I'm stronger! It's like in Dragon Ball Z, they do high gravity training to make themselves stronger on Earth.
They do?
Yeah.
Dude, I never watched Dragon Ball Z. It's one of those ones that I never watched and really needed to get into. But
I watched it as a kid. I have not continued to watch it.
I mean, I respect that.
Yeah.
That's it in terms of all the information that I gathered. I referenced my third side fact well, so props to me in terms of efficiency. But I leave it up to you. We can keep talking about Mars and these cool movie ideas, or we can talk about your topic.
I just want to say Midnight 41 sounds like a really good title for a sci-fi story.
I really think we could work with that. Like, like you call it, it's a book about Martians, or like a movie about Martians.
It's about a crime syndicate.
Also, can you hear my roommate vacuuming right now?
A little bit.
Okay, hopefully it's not in the in the audio, but if it is, I'm sorry for those of you that are listening to that.
He's in a vacuum, just like Mars.
Hey, let's go.
All right, my topic isn't as interesting as Mars. It's kind of in the same vein as what I did last week.
More animals.
Kind of. Are you familiar with the cryptid Mothman?
You're just pulling your knowledge from stuff you already know at this point.
A little bit. Stuff I want to talk about.
But I don't know too much about it. Feel free to just go off and I'll ask dumb questions while you go.
Alright. Mothman. Myth? Legend? Man? Moth? Who knows? So the story starts off in the summer of... Is it summer? The fall of 66.
Isn't there a song about that?
That's the summer of 69. Very different. Very different.
Close. That's 3 years off.
Yeah. Fall of 66. Two couples from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Roger and Linda Scarberry. And Steve and Mary Mallet.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. You research. I'm gonna go.
I did not see the vacuum in the background. It's very distracting.
I'm gonna go put a blanket at the bottom of the door.
I'm bad at pronouncing names. Mallet. I'm gonna say Mallet. Mallet sounds right. It sounds like it's muffled and dying now.
I did what I could, but at least the train's not nearby and running.
That's true. Anyway, these two couples, the Scarberrys and the Mallets, they were out in the woods in this place called the TNT area of Ohio.
The TNT area of Ohio.
Yeah, it was a munitions plant during World War II. They built a lot of, I guess, artillery. What's a munitions plant used for besides making munitions, right?
Yeah, I mean they may make pirate ships, but who knows? Yeah.
Anyway, these couples, these four teenagers at the time, they were just doing what teenagers do in the 60s. They went out, they probably did some nookie, they smoked a little bit of that reefer.
What is nookie?
Sex. Nookie is sex.
Ah.
You'll know when you're older, don't worry.
I was like, is that a drug?
It might as well be. They did what kids did back in the 60s. They rebelled against their parents. They smoked the ganja. I still do that. They then, decided they didn't want to be in the TNT area anymore, and they left. And from out their window, they saw it. The man, the moth, the legend. There we go.
You nailed that intro right
The
there.
man, the moth, the legend. They saw two big red eyes in the night sky.
That'd be fucking scary.
Flying.
Giant moth, dude.
Flying at a pace comparable to the car. The car was going at top speeds. They were speeding. They were scared of it. And the Mothman kept pace with the vehicle. Dramatic pause. Yeah.
Dramatic pause.
Linda Scarberry, one of the people who was there, one of the couples, says it sounded like high-speed, high-pitched sounds, like a vinyl record being scratched and played very high speed, speededly.
Okay, listen, I have a question for you right now.
Yes.
I can't tell if you're trying to be scary, or like not scary, but like spooky, or like freaking this is cool as shit. I'm like really trying to figure out which.
It's both. It's dope as fuck and spooky.
Okay, what's it called again? I'm trying to look up a picture. Just so
The Mothman.
The Mothman.
The Mothman.
All right, there's a book about Mothman Prophecies, just so we're aware.
Mothman.
God, that thing is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, the big red eyes flying through the air like a terror of the night.
It looks like the vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming.
It does, but scarier because it's made of flesh.
Yeah, no, not about it.
These couples were so afraid of what they saw that while hyped up on the marijuana, eyes bloodshot, they glazed over, they couldn't form a proper sentence, went to tell the police. Now, I don't know about you, but I've done drugs before. I've done marijuana before.
Yes. I have to. Yes.
I have never wanted to talk to a cop while I was high.
I've never wanted to leave the room while I was.
I don't want to talk to cops in general, let alone when I'm high and underage. You know, they were teenagers. It was also illegal for like teens to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Weed wasn't fully criminalized by then, but it was legal for teens to do it. But yeah, they went to talk to the cops, and they were so freaked out, right? The cops separated every person in their group. Every single person separated them, and they all said the exact same story.
Damn.
Each one of them gave a perfect account of what happened. They didn't have time to corroborate? It's corroborate, yeah?
Corroborate.
Corroborate. They didn't have time to discuss with each other what they were going to say. And it stops there, right? Or does it? 1967! 1967. December. 1 year and 1 month since the last sighting of the Mothman. There was a dark figure seen above the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant. A dark figure.
Sorry, I had a question again. Is Point Pleasant where that 70 show happens?
No, that's in Point Place, Wisconsin.
I'm looking that up, but continue.
Point Pleasant. The Silver Bridge.
You're right, it's Point Place. Alright.
A dark figure was seen on the top of the bridge. And that day, the bridge collapsed, killing 46 people. The dark figure was seen flying off. Mothman is to Ohio and West Virginia, as Bigfoot is to the Northwest.
Interesting.
A creature of the night, whose motives are unknown. Whether it be an alien, a ghost, or a really big bird. Mothman has been seen at the scene of many crimes. Some claim to have seen Mothman during 9/11. Some claim to have seen Mothman during... there was like a hurricane?
Maybe, perhaps. It might have been a kite. Who knows?
It might have been a kite. But none other fear Mothman more than people who are crazy. Because they say that Mothman, it turns people insane.
It would turn me insane, dude. I'd be scared as shit.
Going back to Linda Scarberry. She seems to be the hot spot for this case. they claim that Linda went a little bit insane. That she saw things, she heard voices, had premonitions after experiencing her time with Mothman. Now, as time goes on, Mothman went from horror story to town hero. And in 2002, Point Pleasant, the place where Mothman was seen on top of the bridge that collapsed and killed 46 people, Point Pleasant held their first annual Mothman Festival. It became a brand for the town. Kinda like how Twilight became a brand for Forks.
That's what I'm seeing, dude. There's a Mothman statue in
There is a Mothman statue, and it has chiseled abs and a tight ass.
I know, dude.
It's it is double cheeked up. Mothman has made its way into several movies, most of which are really bad because they're sci-fi original films.
I'm on IMDb right now, just looking up Mothman stuff.
Yeah.
We've got the Mothman Prophecies.
Yep.
This is really hard to say really fast. The Mothman Prophecies, which has a 6.4 stars, I think out of 10, 4 out of 5, and it's just that good.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, there's one that's just called Moth.
Just about a giant moth.
Where a teacher and her student travel to the European countryside to investigate 22 recent Mothman sighting reports.
Mothman isn't in Europe.
And there's the Mothman Curse. These are all like 3-star movies.
The Mothman Curse is the one that I believe I saw in sci-fi.
There's a lot. I respect this. Okay, continue.
Yeah. People believe that Mothman is, a ghost. They believe that he is a alien. They also believe that Mothman is a ultra-terrestrial. Now, for those of you in the audience, and probably you, who don't know what ultra-terrestrial means, it's like a cross-dimensional being.
Oh.
Yeah, someone who can come in and out of dimensions, and Mothman is from his own little place in space-time. I like to call it the moth zone, kind of like the Phantom
Dimension.
Zone from Superman, but it's just full of moths. And as an anthropology student, it's important to take these like folklore stories into account because it's part. This is like the one thing that I can say is like, mad white people American culture. Like the majority of white people, I would say every white person in America.
Hey, don't lump me in with them.
I'm lumping all white people together. Are not from American, like, there are mixed people, of course, but they're not like white. Like pure white people are all from Europe.
Yes.
They're all from Europe, and so they don't have rooted history here before 17 whatever or whenever the Mayflower came.
That was in the 1400s, buddy.
The Mayflower came in like 1608.
Really?
Yeah.
What was in the 1400s then?
1492 was when Columbus brought plague and disaster and horrible shit to America.
But that's when he discovered America.
He didn't discover jack shit.
Okay, he discovered America for himself. Yes.
Yeah.
That
He was like, I found America, and then like 16 other people were like, no, it's been discovered for a long time now. He's like, nuh-uh. I
agree with you, but I knew there was something that happened in the 1400s.
And then the Spanish like government was like, "Hey Columbus, you suck at this exploring thing. We're gonna take away anything, like any titles you've gained, and you're now a war criminal." And Columbus was like, "No, I am not." And I don't know why I made him French there. But Columbus was an asshole, total piece of shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But like, white people are from Europe, right?
Mm.
A lot of these like cryptids and American folklore that have become popular in pop culture can be related and tied back to Native American folklore, like the Fresno Nightwalkers. The Fresno Nightwalkers are these they look like kind of like ghosts, but they like walk at night. People have seen them. There's several accounts, but they are, according to tribal people in the area, they are forest spirits. And they've been there for aeons.
You say aeons?
Aeons. It's like eon but plural. Several eons.
Why not just call them eons?
Because it's not. That's not how. That's not what it is. It's aeons. God. It's AEONS.
All right, guy.
It's pronounced Kyle. But much like culture and history and stuff, it becomes a pop culture phenomenon. And Mothman, as you saw on IMDb, has made its way into the mainstream media and is no longer taken as a harbinger of good luck, but more of a ha-ha funny moth guy.
Hey, he looks dangerous.
He does look dangerous. That's all I got on Mothman. That was a solid, 16 minutes, though. So.
It's okay, man. Hey, it's not about the timing, it's about the content. That was good. That was good.
I, for one, believe in cryptids and stuff, Okay.
I was going to say, we should talk about this, just supernatural things.
I say this a lot.
Just while we're here.
I say I don't believe in ghosts, because if I say that, they have less of a chance of hurting me.
But
god damn it, I believe in ghosts.
Dude, Linda?
Oh my god. Okay, for those of you who are unaware of this.
Everybody listening.
Everyone listening. Besides maybe 5 people. The camp we worked at was most definitely haunted.
Not haunted scarily, but there was a ghost there.
There were a few hauntings that did occur. There was Linda, the ghost in the upper chapel, who lived in the closet. The door to the closet would be locked from the outside, and we would see it breathe. The door would breathe. It would the door would be pushed, held there for a little bit, and then close again.
And there's no windows. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, no windows. It was also the door to the closet had slats in it. It was a really shittily made door. Picture a bunch of 2x4s, a bunch of 2x4s that were spaced out by a 1/4 inch.
Not even 2x4s.
No, they were really thin too.
Literally 1/2 inch by 3 inches.
Yeah, they
very thin boards.
Yeah, they weren't it wasn't anything special, but it would be pushed, held there for a little bit, and then close. One of our friends by the name of Pitbull, very in tune to the supernatural. He claims that he lived in that closet for a while.
No, there's no way. Dude.
Yeah, I know. One summer, when he had his week off, he couldn't go anywhere, right? Because he's from.
Not here.
Where's he from? He's Puerto Rico. Is he from Puerto Rico?
No.
No, he's from. He speaks Spanish. I know that. He's not from Cuba.
No, that's the actual Pitbull.
Yeah, that's actual Pitbull.
I could probably find him on Facebook.
Is he from Costa Rica?
I'll just keep going. He slept in the
I think he's from Costa Rica. Yeah, so he couldn't go home on his week off, right? Because
wait, shit. What's his actual name?
He couldn't go home on his week off, and so he would stay in the upchap. He would get up. He would play League of Legends for the entire day. Then he would go back to sleep, and then he claims on several accounts that he saw stuff. He saw stuff at night there. He was talking to one of the counselors in the lower chapel, and out the window he saw a woman standing there, and then she disappeared. He claims that the motion sensors would go off constantly, and it takes a lot to set those motion sensors off. Sometimes they wouldn't even go off for us walking past them. They were bad motion sensors. And then there's the kitchen ghost, who we named Terry because we didn't know if it was male or female, so Terry seemed like a good name. Linda was kind of just off. The name just came to me, and also because Pitbull said he saw a female ghost, so Linda felt very appropriate.
Yeah. Also, 2 things. Pitbull, his birthday was on Monday, I believe. So happy birthday, Pitbull.
Happy birthday, Pitbull.
As a side note. But also, he's from Costa Rica.
That's what I said. I said 3 countries. I should point that.
You were not sure at all.
No, I knew it was island nation though.
Costa Rica's not an island, dude.
Is Costa Rica not an island?
No, it's right below Mexico.
Fuck, I don't know shit.
In Latin America.
I really don't know shit.
That's why we're here, dude.
Yeah, geography is not my strong suit. I'm gonna cut this part out.
What?
I'm cutting this part out.
No.
Yes. Yeah, then there's Terry.
Terrell?
Terrell? Terry the kitchen ghost. This one's it was our second year we worked there where this ghost became apparent. Batman's in this story.
Hey, my guy.
The last week of camp, I believe. I was staying with Batman up in the apartment above the kitchen.
Yeah, I live there.
And during the night, we heard like a loud crash, clang, biggity bang.
That was a nice line. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. We were so very confused as to what it was. We didn't care enough to get out of bed, but we were in separate beds. I should point that out. I was still a minor.
What?
I was still a minor. The first year we didn't care much about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the next year we were there. It was at some point during the summer. Mushu was like the head cook or something.
Mushu was the head cook for a little bit?
She was there the second year, right?
Yeah, I just didn't realize she was the head chef.
I don't know if she was head chef, but she was definitely a chef.
Okay.
I thought she was head chef. Maybe she wasn't.
Probably was. I really don't remember the intricacies.
She's the only person that I talked to that was in the kitchen. And I think Mushu was there the second year.
She was. No, wait, your second year or my second year?
Our second years were the same.
Oh, they were. You just... Yeah, okay, sorry. No, she was not.
Oh, she wasn't?
No.
Oh. This might have been first year then. Maybe it was first year. Anyway, Mushu then told me about how all the silverware and all the pots and pans were ripped from the ring around the ceiling. And this isn't just like, oh, they fell off. They were on hooks that went up. They weren't just like...
It's probably people just like looking for food.
They weren't pushed up. But the thing was, all of them were off. This includes...
Damn.
Like pans that weigh 15 pounds. They had been pushed
Just be a gust
off.
of wind.
Yeah, a gust of wind caused by a ghost. But yeah, the camp we worked at, very haunted. I wanted to hold a seance there, but I was shut down almost immediately.
Yeah, as you should have been.
Yeah. Something about, we can't have ghosts at camp. What's the Holy Ghost doing here, huh?
Listen, guy. I'm not here to argue about this rule.
Are you telling me Jesus and a regular ghost are different?
I'm telling you, all ghosts are the same.
There you go.
But we only worship one.
That is messed up. All ghosts deserve love. Oh yeah, my mom has seen Bigfoot. Does that too.
Is that just you? You have big feet, right?
No. We were taking a drive down the coast of Washington State on our way to Long Beach, and a car stopped in front of us. Right, like slammed on the brakes. She slammed on the brakes, and then to her account, she saw this big dark figure bound across the highway. Took 3 steps across, not highway, but like road. It took 3 steps across the road, and it vanished into the woods. I didn't see it because, you know that mom thing when they hit the brakes, they put their hand out?
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at a map, so my head was down, and she just smacked me right in the face. So I wasn't focused on Bigfoot, I was focused on, oh, I think I have a nosebleed.
You were recovering.
Yeah. But she swears by it that she saw Bigfoot.
I'll take your mom's vote on that account.
I have yet to personally see myself a ghost or Bigfoot or anything really supernatural. So I am a positive skeptic. I want to believe.
Yeah, that's
but
the
I
thing.
just
I
haven't.
want the evidence. I just need something to happen
Yeah.
to me, you know?
Yeah. Something good, preferably.
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
Yeah. Different than aliens, though. I believe in aliens 100%.
There's no way aliens don't exist.
Yeah,
But
aliens.
that's the topic for another day.
That It's a topic for last week. We talked about it last week too.
Yeah, we just really we like talking about aliens.
Yeah. I think it was on your mind because you were talking about Mars.
Hey, I thought of that, dude.
I was talking about Mothman.
3 weeks ago when we first started recording, and I was like, I'll probably run with that eventually. And it seemed like the easiest one to research right now.
Yeah, no, it's a relevant one. I can tell you that. Thank you all for listening, watching, viewing with your ears on any mobile devices, I assume, because who watches things on their listens to podcasts on their computer, right?
Hey, I mean, for
some
us,
people do.
We're gonna be on YouTube first, so
we are gonna be on YouTube first. That's true.
As a side note, eventually we will get on Apple Podcasts, hopefully, as well as like Spotify podcasts, if those are a thing.
Yeah, I have my connections.
Yeah, we'll get there. But for now, we hope you had a good time, and thank you for joining us. If you have any ideas or just would like more updates on our scheduling, we have our pasta_socks Instagram account. You can DM us there if you have questions or have recommendations. But yeah, have a good week or weekend, wherever we post this.
Be careful about when you're driving at night and you see big red eyes on the rear view mirror. Could be
Blue Eyes
Mothman.
White Dragon.
It's Blue Eyes White Dragon. Mothman out here looking for you.